All right. So this is on 109. I decided that I forgot to add in a few other details, a few other activities and things that I've been going through on blog 109. So I labeled this 109A. And this is my Conspiracy Broadcasting Network vlogs. There's actually several things that failed to mention. One of them is the censorship of my channel. It's sitting at like 8 subscribers, 7 or 8 subscribers. And every time I happen to go back to review just to see what my work is like, because I keep all of my um, media live. I don't do any videos. I don't do any like rendering. I don't do any of that stuff. And I just keep it like live, and I make sure not to do too much editing and rendering because I have the like erasing and removal of all of my evidence and the things that I've been recording. And so, long story short, one of the several things that I didn't mention was I signed up for a exam, and it's going to be next month. And every time I have any type of examination, it seems like there's always issues going on. And when I signed up for 12:10 in the afternoon. And basically, I received an email that says that there's an exam confirmation. I paid, hundreds of dollars or whatever for this to go down. And when I looked at the confirmation emails that they sent me 2 emails, and the second email was for 8:10 in the morning. Okay, so they had 2 of these exam confirmations. The first one they sent me was correct, and then the second one they sent me was incorrect at 8:10. Okay, so what I'm getting at is they are using subversion and sabotage, and I had to like take the extra time and go through like this extended wait period to talk to the technician and the scheduling people and the departments, and they bounced me around back and forth to figure out what the problem was, giving me numbers to call, and I told them I already called that number. And then this is what they do every single time. There's entropy, and every single time there's subversion. Every single time I go through this. And so I wanted to put that out there, that they were tampering with my exam times. And then they're making sure that I keep tabs instead of fixing it and getting it correct. They want me to keep tabs on one of them versus the other, right? And that's like 3 weeks from now. So hypothetically, if something were to get me riled up or I got really busy, technically it would just be possible that I would miss, right, and forget. And so instead of correcting it and sending it like they should, they just left it. Okay. So that's one thing. The other thing is about the proxemics and the crowd influence and this whole abusive thing with the way they use women in my social space. I've just recently purchased some gym equipment. They're like these nice little handles, basically, that you'd use on a cable machine. But I don't like using the public ones because of all the diseases and shit, and the colds and the COVID and the hand warts and everything like that you can get. So I just stopped using anything with people associated with this. So I purchased my own stuff. So what they do is they wait until I'm in this excited state, like I'm in this confident, excited state. And this particular day, which was, I believe, 4 days ago or 3 days ago, I decided that I was going to bring these handles and use them in the on the gym and the cable machines. And what they'll do is, and this is why I don't go when it has people in there, because what they'll do is they're weaponizing people and the environment with people in it, and they'll take and act like there's people around you, almost like they're using the machines. And whenever you come to an end of your set, all of a sudden, we talked about proxemics. When you come to an end of a set and your reps and you're getting ready to like go to another activity, what they'll do is they'll take and they'll have someone sweep by you. Okay. And they'll have someone come like right by you. Okay. And act like they're pressing you to move to another activity, or like they're waiting on you or something. And on top of that, what they'll do is they'll have these attractive women populate in your area all of a sudden. So before, like in the beginning, there's not too many people, but the second you start applying these new handles to the public cable machines, all of a sudden these people will show up, and it's always people on the spectrum of their physical attributes. So it's like their physical attributes are always on the extreme spectrum. So it's like really, really attractive women that you would be interested, like model women, okay, will show up. All right. And then what happens is they'll have older guys in their 40s, right? Like just good looking dudes. I'm not afraid to say, someone looks good or handsome, right? So like Hercules, right? So it's just like what they'll do is they'll start populating your social atmosphere to disturb your state of mind. And on top of that, what they'll do is they'll do one of two things. Either they're going to invade your personal space by using proxemics, and it's like at that stage in the game, they don't have to say anything. They really don't have to do anything. They just have to invade your personal space after they've traumatized you for years. So they come through your personal space, okay, and you're on edge. You don't know what they're about, other than the fact that they're trying to harass you. And then what happens is these women, what they'll do is they won't just populate like to your periphery. No. They're not going to populate anywhere near your periphery. These are very attractive women will always populate directly in front of you. Okay, and this is how this program works. It's like literally like a grid, just like I was told. And every single time there's these social scenarios and these things where they're trying to work off of your excitement or a heightened state of mind, these women will populate directly in front of you. Okay, and so what they're trying to get you to do is leave or forget, right, your gear, your handles, and go walk off. They think that because they're rotating around you and there's a busy atmosphere and they can come in and invade your space closely, okay, that you're going to rush out of there. And this is what I'm talking about with the whole ADHD thing and how they were always using that against me instead of correcting it, and my parents and my family running with it and using it as a means to groom you and beat you down mentally, right? Instead of fucking fixing it, okay? And so what happens is this is also the other thing is you're being monitored and you're being preyed on, okay? Preyed on, because even when I was fishing, I remember I talked about this. I forgot what vlog, it may have been in the 70s. But these guys will start to intimidate you out on the lake and they'll yell at you. But the only time they're fucking doing this is right when you put your kayak on top of your rack and it's not secured. And they're going to beat you and badger you and yell at you in the middle of the night to see if you're going to drive off, okay, and dump your kayak in the fucking road, okay? So they're always timing these social interactions at all fucking times, okay? So that's what I'm dealing with at the gym, is they'll do that. And they love to use the like I said, the older people or the heavy people who are working on themselves, right? The endomorphs. And in order to get you to overcompensate and be hyper vigilant, they're always working in that fashion, okay, to get you ramped up, to get you worked up. And then what happens is I know exactly why 171 was there that day that I talked about it in 109. So Vestavia's 171, the reason why he was there is because they had these women show up and populate around you. And what they'll do is they'll use those women to ramp up your state of mind, right? Like you feel good about yourself. They know you feel good about yourself. They know you have confidence, and they know they're not beating you down, and you're on your grind, and you maintain your grind throughout this whole campaign. And so what happens is these women will start giving you all of this attention. And when you look at all the dating sites and all the social media, it's always really attractive women, okay? But these women are never there to actually make a connection with you. They're always there to just appear as if you're wanted, but you're never there to actually fulfill a complete connection. Okay, if that makes any sense. For example, I have a female that had mentioned we should link up with our kayaks and go kayaking. You, me, and my girlfriend. The reality of it is she doesn't want to dish her phone number out. She doesn't want to make any other connection other than online, right? But they'll bring that idea up, knowing that you like it, and then ghost you, right? And so they're always using this entangled relationship, this entangled connection that's always convoluted, it's always demented and estranged, okay, at all times. And then they'll always use it in the social setting to get you ramped up. And then the police are there to catch you if you're driving away and you had a good day, to see if that was enough to get you to dump your speedometer over the speed limit, to see if, okay, let's give him some attention, and then we're going to have a bunch of speed traps on the way home and see if we can't catch him. Let's see what he does. Or they'll tell the women to go in there and give me attention, and then what happens is you have a good day, and they know that one of your favorite days might be arms and chest, and you had a really good day, and they know it because they're monitoring your emotional state. On top of that, they'll have some women look at you. Oh yeah, that's what they've been doing recently, is they'll have these women start eyeing you and trying to get you in this excited mode. And they know at the same time they're jerking you around illegally and unlawfully with anarchy and keeping you financially oppressed like you're a fucking animal, and they treat you like an animal. And then what they do is they'll bring in these women that are attractive and give you fucking attention and eyeball you. And they know you're having a good day and you're just grinding it out and you're working hard, and then you're being fucking pestered. And it's just all about fucking bubbling your fucking skin and your brain, right? And then when you get on the road, you see that these white SUVs are there, and oh God, you're just so irritated. And let's see if he bumps his speedometer up and we can catch him. Let's go fucking follow behind him, maybe about 1/10 or 2/10 of a mile. Let's see if we can get him to bump his speedometer up. That's the type of bullshit that I'm on. That's the type of bullshit that exists. So when you're fucking sleeping, I'm over there grinding at 4 in the fucking morning or 10 o'clock at night. That's what I'm dealing with. Okay. Then when I go take this exam, I got to deal with the exam proctors and all of the organizations acting like they don't know how to schedule an exam. Okay. The other thing, when they know that I'm coming to a facility or a public place, they know this, and there's a lot of people there. One of the days that I went, they made sure that every single machine that I touched, including, I'm talking from the very beginning of that front door all the way to the very back of that building, okay? They made sure every machine was estranged. They made sure to put the extra little 3-pound, 5-pound, and 10-pound little extra weights on the cable machines. And they knew that I'm doing bilateral cables, so they'll take one of those, there's one on the left, one on the right. They'll make sure that one of those has all of the little accessory weights messed up. And they'll go, every single one of them will have an issue, every single one. And it'll be on the day that I'm excited about these new handles that I have. They know I'm in an excited state. Let's make him fuck up. Okay, how do we get him in an excited state? We bring a bunch of really attractive women around And we have people that are taller than you that look just as good as you, if not better. Okay, men, taller than you, look as good as you, look better than you, probably Caucasian. So maybe that's their preference. So anything that we could do. And on top of that, we're going to make sure that we walk past you and we're going to use proxemics. Okay? We're going to use proxemics to get in your mind. So that's what they did. Okay? That's how that works. So the gym thing, making sure that all the accessory weights were messed up, bringing in all of the people and using proxemics to invade your personal space. And I literally mean intimate space, because what they'll do is they'll have these guys, they'll wait for me to do the very last rep, knowing that I'm going to go somewhere else afterwards. And when the second I drop that weight and that stack of weights hits and I go to turn like this, like I'm getting ready, he'll blow past you. He'll come into your intimate space and make you feel like you got a dip, make you feel like he's waiting on you so that you forget the handles. It's just whatever it takes. And then from there on, it's, well, we're going to make sure that we make it so convoluted and mentally disorganized that you have to touch and rearrange everything. Let's see if we can get him to leave the fucking grips that he just bought behind, or forget about it. Okay. Let's see, what else? Please. The test. And then I talked about the site. So the site. So yeah, the whole dating thing. It's more than just what I said in 109. It's just like I just said. It's let's send him an invite, but then not talk to him. Let's send him an invite about things that he likes, but then not talk to him afterwards. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. What else, Champ? Am I forgetting something, buddy? You good? Yeah. Okay. What else? I think that's it. But that's what I had to deal with this last week. So I'm just kind of keeping it pertinent. 109.